All right. Welcome back to the League of NBA Pod. This is, of course, recorded after the championship celebrations. Everyone has had time to recover, at least two of our hosts. So, y'all know what time it is. We're reviewing the final game. Lakers in 6. And yeah, without further ado, I'll go ahead and kick it to some of my Lakers fans, some of the hosts on this pod. Christian, what's up?
Goat man. What you gonna do? Hey, man. I'm excited, of course. Brian got his 4th ring, but also, man, excited just for the whole franchise, Lakers franchise.
All right.
Shout out LeBron, AD. Shout out Jenny Buss, man. Shout out Kobe. No, for real, this one's for Kobe. They haven't won a championship in 10 years. It's amazing. I'm glad LA's back on the map. Showtime is back, and LeBron James, I'm looking forward to him getting 2 more rings, man.
2 more? Oh, okay. We'll talk about that in a second.
He gets 6, it gets, hey.
All right. Dre, what's up, bro? I know you living good right now.
I had to get everything situated real quick. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of things on my tray, so don't worry about what's on
yes,
the tray.
Sir.
The tray is getting done. I had to bring my tray out. Oh, don't be. Y'all ain't see that. But you know what it is, man. We had to do it for the beam. We had to do it for the beam, man. Number 7.
Okay.
Who was that? The Celtics? We don't care about them.
Yes. Time with the Celtics. 17.
Shout out to the real Lakers fans. Don't disrespect Christian. Don't disrespect Chris. I'm talking about the D'Angelo Russell days. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The Kwame Brown.
You feel me? No, I'm talking about we went through with it, man. We came back with it. Shout out to LeBron. He came back, went stupid, man. He's officially embedded in the Lakers dynasty and in the fabric. He's in the whole foundation of what we do in Laker Nation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AD too. He was still soft, but he came through in the clutch. Danny Green, we will not see you next year, and it's a beautiful sight. Hey, appreciate you getting that ring and everything like that.
Not the Green Ranger.
Caruso GOAT. Hey, listen. Lakers in 3, I know what it is.
All right.
Hey.
Chris, what's going on?
Listen. Nation wants their respect. LeBron wants his respect.
Bro, that was annoying to me. I'm not gonna lie.
No, shut up.
Bro, listen, ain't nobody had to fight. Ain't nobody got questioned more than LeBron. This is number 4. He's on an exclusive list. It's only him and one other brother. That's got 4 Finals MVPs, 4 MVPs, 4 championships. Him and one other dude. Listen, he getting real close. That GOAT talk is starting to come. It's starting to come forward.
We'll get in there.
Forward a little bit.
Hey,
yes.
Zach, what's happening, Zach?
They sitting at the same table now, boy. Hey, he pulled up the chair to him.
Okay, it was already at the table. But anyways, what's up, Zach?
But he's getting a nice leather chair now. Before it was.
Hey, mute him. It's my turn. Mute him. Nah, what's cracking, man? Shout out to LeBron. That's been my dog. He's not my favorite player, but that's my dog. I'm happy for him. And, as Dre said, shout out to AD still being soft. I noticed that too. But he's a soft champion, so.
Well, every game AD was on the floor.
Every game you thought his career was over.
No, bro. Keep it G, bro. Look, my girl, I was watching the game with my girl. She even noticed, like, man, he falls down a lot, doesn't he? I'm like, oh God.
She does.
No, I remember I hit you up. Christian texted about or tweeted about the Achilles. I was like, bro, nah. He's in crowd too many times. We'll believe it.
Right.
But anyways, let's not get into that yet. Let's just start off with just overall, impressions of the series, man. So, like, is it a tougher series than you thought? Was this a hard-fought win, or was this just kind of, like, casual with a couple bumps in the road? You might want to take that.
The last thing you said. Casual with a couple bumps. I feel like they were spent yesterday. I mean, that last game was so anticlimactic because they ran away with the game. It was just like, oh, well. I wonder how, like, when that happens, I always wonder as a player, is it hard to get that excited when you basically waited 24 minutes for the game? Like, they were waiting for the game to be over. By the time the third, fourth, it was like, all right, well, Guess we got to play out. Guess we got to play out the second half.
Man.
But yeah, it was definitely comfortable with a couple bumps. They tried to make it interesting, but it was never really in doubt.
As a Lakers fan, Dre, was there ever a doubt, any kind of worrying spots, or was it just kind of like whatever?
Nah, man. Even when the Heat won, it was more of the Lakers losing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like the Heat kind of like blowing them out. Now I gotta give the flowers and get a respect to Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets. Let me put some respect on that man, because he went dumb. You know what I'm saying? But it required him going dumb, like all-time historic performances, but then to win by like 2 or 3 points. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like they was just going crazy and blowing the Lakers out when they won. Like they had to have everything go perfect, and Lakers shooters had to go dormant for a period of 12 minutes. Shout out to Danny Green. Anyway, but you know what I'm saying, our shooters had to not shoot well and things like that. But like I said, man, like never had any worries. You know, it was more like speed bumps, casual things, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Lakers basically were just playing against themselves, and AD was a mismatch. Once he realized that he was a mismatch, the series was over. So like whenever he played like it was a mismatch, it was a blowout. When he didn't, it was a little close.
Yeah. Man, what did you think about the whole LeBron Jimmy Butler matchup, Christian?
Like Dre said, Jimmy Butler, he played lights out, man. I think I won't say it was a tougher matchup than LeBron probably thought, because the Heat was a hot team the whole playoffs. Jimmy Butler showed the whole playoffs that he was a capable player of, leading the team to a championship. He always brought aggression when he needed to. So I think it was definitely a tough matchup for LeBron. It definitely wasn't a cakewalk. I'm already knowing in game 5 when LeBron put up 40, he was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, like Jimmy Butler, that was his game 7 performance. He went stupid. So definitely a tough matchup. Like Dre said, man, I give Jimmy all his flowers, man. He played his tail off in this series. Shout out to the whole Miami team. But LeBron, he took care of business. He's experienced. You can tell he's been there before. I don't think he had any worries. His post-game press conferences, he showed that he was calm. He didn't show any panic. He didn't throw anyone under the bus when they did lose, those 2 games. None of that. So, yeah, it was a great matchup. I'm glad, I'm not glad it went with 2-6. I lost money in that game. But it was a cool series, man. Miami, they played hard.
Yeah. I don't know if I lie. On that game 5, I was pretty lit. I was pretty like, wow.
Oh, it was dope. It felt like a game 7. It was really cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was the first time I felt like the actual finals in the game.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it was like, we knew it was a foregone conclusion that the Lakers was going to win. There was actually like a heavyweight bout of like them going back and forth. And Jimmy Butler get the best of LeBron in those moments. But I'm sure we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Now, I do want to talk about the whole in the game 5 real quick, Chris. So like, obviously, once LeBron passed the shot, he got a lot of heat online. What side of the fence are you on about him, like in that situation, with passing it to Danny Green for the wide open brick?
To be quite honest with you, bro, I'm actually pretty surprised that the Morris twin has kind of escaped with the least amount of criticism.
Bro, bad.
Bro, yeah, you're right.
We're attacking LeBron for not taking a shot. I mean, maybe he drove too deep, whatever. There was 4 niggas right there. He passed it back out. The pass wasn't great. Danny Green is supposed to be a shooter. It was an open shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad.
It was the right play.
Like, he missed the shot. It could have been a better pass. This dude just threw it out of bounds.
I don't know what twin.
I think he should have shot it.
It looked like he was trying to throw an overhead pass to Anthony Davis, but like he was throwing like Ben was undersized, and the shit didn't make sense.
Okay, but 2 things about that though. It was awful fast.
Terrible.
One,
please no.
One, he was trying to get the ball to like the superstars, and he just kind of freaked out in that moment. Like he just lost his head.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, like
secondly, this also goes back to AD being soft as hell. Because, like, first of all, he really didn't seal Bam, and he didn't jump for it. So they're like, if AD would have made like a crazy effort for it, there's a chance he could have tipped it to him.
But Bam is not no little dude either.
Right.
I get that. But AD kind of gave up on it kind of easily.
Bro, it's a bad pass, dog. Like, bro,
it was horrible.
To be honest, it's like Markieff threw it I don't even know which one. The Morris twin threw it before, like,
Marquis.
like it was.
Yeah, time.
AD
Bro, look, no.
coming to him, he didn't try to get the ball. But LeBron was open. Danny Green was open again behind.
Danny Green was open behind him.
Don't give it back to Danny Green.
No.
Listen, all I'm saying is there were three open
Marquise Morris.
There were three open players.
No, Marquise Morris is supposed to be from the hood of Philly, bro. He's supposed to be from Philly. This is your chance.
No.
This is your chance with no pressure to steal an NBA Finals.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'd have felt better if he tried to make it.
Hey, I guarantee you, I bet my life Marcus would have shot it. What? He been calling for it.
That's true, but look.
He just still for a three.
I would have made it.
Look, I know Dre said hell no. Y'all saying no, don't get back to Danny Green, but we've seen in games specifically like that when a player misses a first one like that and they give it back to him again, that shit be going in. I ain't gonna say most of the time, but it's a good chance that shit gonna go in. He was wide open.
Imagine Danny Green would have missed twice. Imagine if he would have missed twice.
Oh yeah, of course. But,
bro,
they would have been at his house. They would have been at Beyonce's house too.
No, to be honest, Marquise should have done anything but what he did.
Man, anything.
All right, hey, rewind. I think I have about LeBron. Something I got into it with, I don't know. I think I agitated some people in our group message, Christian being one of them. My whole thing with the whole LeBron thing was.
You be talking nonsense.
No. My whole thing was LeBron James. He even said it, bro. He knew that when he drove, it was gonna be like a whole they were gonna collapse, right? So they designed the play specifically to kick it to Danny Green. Like, that was his whole thought process going into it. Even after the thing, he said we ran the play. I don't want it. And it got the open shot. And it didn't go in. Look, bro, why else would he call for a pick and pop with Danny Green to steal the game? Because he knows he's going to be wide open because he's going to disrespect Danny Green. My whole thing was, bro, you had him all ISO'd out. You and Jimmy Butler been going at it all game. Top of the key. Get me a bucket. Why are you doing that?
Just because you didn't like it don't mean it wasn't the right basketball play.
No. But I'll say this. I do agree. Like, LeBron put himself in a position to pass the ball. Like, it was the right play, but, like, he could have easily done top of the key, 1-4 flat, meaning
which is what it was, though. And he called for the screen. They called Yeah,
I would say, if he went – I personally, I don't mind the pass because in that situation – he had to pass the ball. Literally, the whole team collapsed. Like, you had to pass it. But I would have respected him more. Not that I don't respect him. That's one of the GOATs. But if he just straight up isolate, what's his name style? Luka style, top of the key, dribble out the clock, game winner.
That's because his mid-range is always such. That's like
that ain't LeBron. I mean,
that's Kawhi move. That's not a LeBron move. But what I will say is that. Okay, so Jimmy Butler, just the context of it, Jimmy Butler got two questionable calls. I feel like they were the right calls. Two questionable calls back to back to where he got. There's no way if LeBron puts his head down and goes into four people that not one person touches him. He got to throw a shot up. That's all I'm saying.
Here's my thing, though, Dre.
I really agree that he made the right basketball decision, but LeBron James, the locomotive that he is, 6'9", 260-pound dude, if he go up like he finna bang that, and just flail like he always does, he's getting that call.
Here's my thing about it too, Dre, is that the way they ran that play with Danny Green, he brought Danny Green's man into him. I think if they would have gone 1-4 flat or just clear outside the floor, he could have drove with only maybe two people on him and gotten that dunk you're talking about. He purposely brought the defense to him so he could
wanted to pass. Oh, for sure. He wanted to pass. That's all I'm saying. But, he wanted no parts of that last moment. For sure.
If they had been tied, he would have took the shot, though.
I'm just saying, and he's questionable at the free throw line too, so I don't think he wanted that smoke either.
No. I think the free throw line was 100% out. I don't think he was scared to shoot it, but the free throw line was out. That was dead. He was doing it.
Because he ain't want no parts of that layup or that foul or nothing. He said, "Nah, I'm good. Kick it out."
Free throw.
Maybe the game, baby.
Because all that being said, though,
he would have missed both free throws. I love Brown, but he probably would have missed both free throws. I'm not gonna hold you. And that's my guy. But
but I don't want to make this a dump on LeBron fest, so I'm gonna kick this to you, Christian. At this point, can we say that LeBron? I mean, we kind of already knew this, but is he the greatest slasher we've ever seen? Because in Game 5 and Game 6, the man was unstoppable getting to the rim. He was making them look like little kids out there. What do you think? Greatest slasher?
I do. I mean, who would be number 2 and 3 when you think about it? I mean,
my book, I think
the doctor.
Julius Irvin's probably up there.
I'm about to say Jordan. Yeah, and Giannis is a great slasher, but he's great. But LeBron right now,
ain't got no jump shot.
LeBron definitely greatest slasher, man. And it's just crazy that we're still seeing this, at 36. Well, he'll be 36, 35 years old, be 36 in 2 months. But especially when he was younger in his actual early prime years, like Miami and early Cleveland days too. Like he definitely was unstoppable, quick. He can get past you. He can do whatever the hell he wants. But for him to still be doing it too at this age, even with him losing a step, it's amazing. His IQ is absolutely up there. He's smart. He's definitely the greatest, man. He's unstoppable. That's the thing about him. He's so strong and he's still fast enough and athletic enough to do whatever the hell he wants, and that's amazing. When it coming from 35, from him being 35 years old. So
Dre look good.
Yeah, because Dre's looking like, what are you talking about?
yeah, what's up?
But he still showed it. He still shows it.
I ain't saying he's the greatest, but he is up and now. He has the longest prime in NBA history. Probably the second greatest basketball player of all time, arguably the second greatest.
No,
he ain't
at this point.
We'll get into that, but no, he ain't.
He's top 2 regardless.
It's top 2. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say regardless.
Yeah, like I don't know. Anyway, y'all LeBron fans kill me. But
whatever.
He goes crazy. Like I said, like his game is phenomenal. Like he has one of the most fluid, complete games ever. Like he can run all 5 positions, but like he's not really the best at anything, but great at everything.
Yeah.
Which makes him like a very complete player, very dominant player, very cerebral player. Like he gets everything. So he's like, if you're building a basketball player, like LeBron is the prototype that you want to build it as. He just happens not to be the greatest basketball player, but he's the prototype of it, and he's very, very close to it. So.
I'll say this to the whole, like, he's not the greatest at anything. The reason I brought up the whole slashing thing is because I think at some point a lot of people would have just said, like, he's just super athletic, ain't a lot you can do with him. But if you look like right now, his elevation isn't the same. Like, he's not like exploding and just dunking on everybody. Like, he's having to really lay that mug up. A lot of English on the ball, finishing through contact, a lot of scoop shots. And look, he makes every and one. Like, just about. Like, it's guaranteed, bro.
He's
not even getting off the ground anymore. He's like, just like barely jumping. He's running into people. It's still flipping it up, putting spin on the ball, and it's going in.
Hey, don't sleep on his bounce, though. I feel like he'll
get up. But he doesn't really do it in traffic as much. It'll be like every now and then he'll come and surprise you, but he's not really going for that.
Okay.
He
had an actual point guard that wasn't like Rajon Rondo or someone like super trash that can kind of handle some of those ball handling duties. You would see way more dunks and crazy athleticism out of him. I think it drains him so much that he has to be, the point guard and spend so much energy kind of getting everyone set up. But like if he had somebody who could really set him up, like hit him in stride like that, I think he'd still be bagging that thing something stupid.
But I think that's the key though. He has to be in stride. I think he has to gather. Whereas there's one point in LeBron's career, bro, I feel like he probably could have just did like a windmill with no step windmills in the paint. Like he was that athletic, bro.
He's 35 though. But
it's natural. I'm just not saying it's not. I'm just saying like at this point he has to do more with his like touch than ever before. It's good to see. It's good to see. All right, we're gonna come back to LeBron in a second. I do want to go through the rest of the Lakers real quick, so we can go ahead and hit this little Anthony Davis section.
It is AD, and we ain't no rest of the Lakers. It's LeBron and AD. That's about it.
Hey, so I've seen on Twitter people ranking AD as one of the greatest bigs of all time. What's your take on that, Zach? So, like, in the pantheon of bigs, let's start with power forwards. Where do you have AD after this championship? Does he move up? Is he a top 5 power forward? Top 3? Like, what are you feeling?
Top 3.
I guess we can start talking top 10. I don't know why you brought up top 5. He's not.
Y'all didn't see that talk on Twitter, or I have a messed up feed.
Yeah, you gotta no. Shaka hunts for the Giannis hate, so he has a real passive aggressive type timeline where like he's trying to find people that hate Giannis.
No, I don't.
Because to me, I'll put him in the top 5 power forward is trying to say like he's already better. He's better than Giannis. Like, because because I don't get you can't put him above somebody like Dirk. You can't put him above Tim Duncan.
You can't
put him above
anybody else who's leading the team.
Yeah, like he just
like
said. I mean,
all right. Let me change the question.
He doesn't have the MVP. Is he better than Barkley? No, not yet.
I'm gonna change the question. So, side note, I like to reply to you, Zach. Now, I have a bunch of NBA Twitter like lists. You know what I'm saying? So, NBA Twitter, they definitely have a way of thinking that's definitely like groupthink. But people are ranking AD as you know, all-time big. Does this championship significantly help his case, or is it more so just kind of like further along the same trajectory he's already been on because he didn't like lead the team? What is your thought on that?
Yeah, well, I think I agree with the second part. I don't know if you pass it to somebody else, but I think I don't think it helps him a bunch, but it definitely just kind of puts him on pace to where he's not a disappointment, where he's not like, man, AD. It's like, yeah, like he's kind of doing what he's supposed to be doing, in my opinion.
What about you, Chris? Do you think that like this is a significant boost to his all-time ranks, or is it just kind of like keeping him on track to where he was already going?
My bad. Some shit happened on my side. I agree with Zach. I mean, I feel like the fact that he wasn't able to like lead a team consistently. The fact that he wasn't able the weird shit is going on. The fact that he wasn't able to lead a team like by himself or be that main focal point, it's kind of hard for me to just like start putting like extreme amount of stock in the championship. Like, yes, he won a championship. He's a champion now. He played well, but it's like to start getting above some of those other guys. I feel like at this point, it's to me the ship's kind of already sailed. Like there's only a certain level that he can get to. Like I saw somebody was saying like if he starts winning championships, how high can he get? And he'll never be better than a good amount of these people in my mind already. Like Tim Duncan is already out of this question. You'll never be better than Tim Duncan. Never.
All right, he's number one.
Never. Now there's not one thing AD could do for the rest of his career that will make me think he's better than Tim Duncan.
That's wild. That's a wild statement. That's a wild statement from the aspect of AD already has the numbers. So, like, with some guys like a Kawhi, it's tough because early in his career, he didn't have the numbers.
Bro, Tim Duncan came in rookie year, all-star, all-NBA. But what, second, third year champion? What are you talking about? Like, no, he did franchise early on. Like,
but he has 3 rings, right?
Tim got 5.
He has 5.
Right. Tim got 3 Finals MVPs.
Oh, you're right. No,
he's stupid rings.
He did go stupid, but if the Lakers were to win like 3 rings, AD's numbers already look better than Tim Duncan. Just looking at normal numbers.
Nah, not really. Because when you start looking at Tim's playoff numbers,
I'm saying AD's basic stats without context
are crazy. They are crazy.
Right. Now, when you go into the advanced stats, the advanced stats might be a little different.
Advanced stats.
Tim Duncan never averaged over like 22, has he?
No, he averaged like 24 one year, I think.
Yeah, like AD's been like 25, 26.
Like 25.
That's great. But I mean,
but I'm saying if the Lakers win like 3 rings under AD, which is possible, not probable, but possible, 3-4 rings, then yeah, he could be in that discussion. It's possible, but sorry.
I mean, I think people will automatically put him in that discussion if he wins multiple rings. But when you look at the top power forwards that are in the game, like the Tim Duncans, the Kevin Garnett's, the Karl Malone's, Charles Barkley, the Dirks, right? Those are all the focal points of their team. They were the number one guys, and I made that point that AD, he's playing with LeBron, he just won a ship, and when he was with New Orleans, he didn't, lead them to anything crazy. I think we would have to come back to this conversation possibly like 4 or 5 years from now, one, to see if he does win more championships with LeBron, but also is he going to be that guy in LA, that number one guy when LeBron retires? We don't know if he's going to stay. Well, I mean, he's going to stay in LA, but we don't know what's going to happen. But if he's that number one guy in LA, they pair him with another all-star, who's a number 2 guy, and he leads the Lakers to a championship, of course, he'll have that talk. But when you compare them to Tim Duncan and Dirk and Kevin Garnett, KG and Malone and Barkley, those are all number 1 guys. So that's where, it kind of gets, twist it up a little bit because I think AD is an amazing player, but I think people will just kind of like, oh, AD, he did it with LeBron. He didn't do it by himself. So, yeah, that's my take. Go ahead, Dre.
Much respect to AD, but he's like the ultimate Robin. And he's the prototypical what you want out of a Robin, but he's not the Batman. He's not the alpha. He's not the leader. You know what I'm saying? And maybe his tutelage with LeBron, with his mentorship, with his partnership, allows him to kind of gain that knowledge like LeBron did when he went to Miami to take the Now, I don't think that's probable. I don't think that's the case. But I'm saying maybe that happens, and in the next 2 to 3 years, he goes crazy, and like he's the focal point of the team. He has that morale. He got that killer instinct. I think everything with AD is like mental though. Like I think he allows people to kind of get into his head. That's why people are able to get physical with him in the playoffs and in certain series and throw him off. Or he'll feed into the fact that he's hurt or something like that, and like make it be known to the opponents so where they can mess with him about certain stuff. So I feel like once his mental kind of evolves to hey, listen, I'm the best player on the court, at all times, and he seeks to dominate. That's when AD kind of takes that shift and all of that. I think he has that mindset on the defensive end, but offensively, I don't think he realizes how big he is. Even being vocal about not wanting to play the 5, that's the epitome of soft to me. I don't want to bang up with all these guys throughout the whole season. Keep that in the locker room, fam. If all the other opposing teams know that, the scouts know that, the coaching staff knows that, it makes you look very weak. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even mad at you for not wanting to play the 5, but just the way you approach the game is different. It's different when you are the alpha, when you're the leader. You'll do anything it takes to win. That's why Kobe used to switch off on point guards and even small forward. Power forwards at times. He's listen, this person going off, I want him. That's the type of mindset you got to have to kind of get to that next level, which is why I don't think he's quite there yet.
What are you going to say, Zach?
I wanted to add, can we stop with the whole Dwayne Wade taught LeBron how to be a champion?
It's like Pat Riley in that system.
I'm saying.
I think that helped a lot.
Because I feel like that first year he tried to give it to D-Wade to show him how to win a ring. And that's where it went awry. It was more the Heat culture.
But it wasn't. I was saying it wasn't like the basketball thing. It was more so a LeBron needed that edge to be all right, at the end of the game, bro, I'm about to go nuclear. All right, the whole game, I'm locking in on defense. I never seen LeBron.
I disagree with that because LeBron already had his clutch moments before he got.
It's not about clutch moments, bro. I'm talking about more so just LeBron on the Heat that first year. He was playing full games, full season, at a 100% level. Whereas in Cleveland, I feel like LeBron would go crazy, but it wasn't always 100% intensity. Remember the first year of the Heat, bro? They were trapping teams. They were pressing people. It was intense.
Right, but that's my point. I don't think D-Wade. I think the Heat taught him how a championship team should look.
Yeah, okay.
How they should act, the team.
Right, that makes sense.
This to compare AD and LeBron to Dwayne Wade and LeBron is asinine. It's crazy. Sorry. Anyway,
I'll say this.
Why is it so crazy though? I'm curious.
Bro, LeBron is AD's clear big bro. Clearly better, clearly big bro. LeBron lets D-Wade get that whole he taught you how to win thing off because that's his homie, basically. Bro, he was
in Miami. That's his squad, He
put Dwayne Wade on his back and said, Here, big bro, come get 2 more rings. And I air quotes on the big bro. Come get 2 more rings.
He is older than LeBron.
Caveat with that is that it's not Dwayne. He went to go join Dwayne Wade's team. That's not a mistake. That's not no asterisk. He joined Dwayne Wade's team. Dwayne Wade
had a ring.
Dade County. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's Dwayne Wade's team. He joined. That's just what it is. He joined Dwayne Wade's team. But he was obviously the best player on the team, and he needed a culture that held him accountable. Because in Cleveland, he was able to do whatever he wanted to do. With Pat Riley and that system, they no, shut up. He was like, hey, I want Spo out. I want you to coach. He was like, bro, shut up and go play. And
I agree.
And then everyone else.
That's Pat Riley.
You said what?
I agree, but that's Pat Riley. I just feel
here's the thing, though. Pat Riley can say that, though,
him and D-Wade
already bought in. You had to have a superstar to be keeping that on the court. You know what I'm saying? If Pat Riley would just say that right, and there was no Dwayne Wade, there would have been a little bit more headbutting there. But because Dwayne Wade already had a ring and did this that way, and that's his team, LeBron just had to he had to roll with it. You couldn't say nothing. It's just like
he had to fall in line, bro. That's all we saying, bro.
I agree with the culture aspect, but like D-Wade's not his big bro. Anyway.
All right, we're not okay. Obviously, he's not. Whatever.
But no, because he's trying to say the situation. That's like saying Kyrie and LeBron's the same with LeBron and D-Wade. Like he was not looking up to D-Wade in the same fashion that AD looks up to LeBron. But anyway, go ahead.
No, I feel you. I do want to put my little 2 cents in about that. Yeah. AD has a gap between him and Giannis. But anyways, we'll talk about that a different day. I do want to say the AD on defense, bro, insane. Jimmy Butler, like he took him completely out of his game.
Yeah, I agree.
It was pretty crazy. That being said, too, I do think Jimmy allowed that to happen by not being aggressive with the jump shot. Like he just was turning it down. It's a little weird.
Bro, anytime you stick an elite defender on Jimmy Butler, he can get locked up. Name one elite defender he just balled out on.
Real quick. That last game, Jimmy Butler has to go out gunning. Like he just completely submitted in the second half, bro. And it's like I hated to see that. Like I don't care if you go 14 for 37 or something like that. Like you got to go out gunning for your team. And he was just so submissive and like all.
Was it the second quarter?
Yeah, that's real. But that's like as your star player, bro, you got to go out gunning. And it's like I can't respect it if you don't. So like that's part of the reason they too. Because we see the head like give up. Of course, everyone else is gonna naturally give up. He was the engine that got.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's weird about that though is obviously Vogel and them were smart because they're like, well, Jimmy Butler just wants to shoot layups. He doesn't want to do anything else. So he put AD on him, and he's just gonna let AD guard him. But we've seen at points in Jimmy Butler's career, he's been a pretty decent three-point shooter, like 35% a couple of years, and B, the pull-up game used to be really nice. Why is it that he just all of a sudden doesn't want to do those things anymore?
Because he's not an A1 superstar, bro. That's what he proved, that he's like the most elite star player that you can be. But he's just not – he's not the it guy.
I agree.
But like he's a very elite star. Like
accurate statement. I don't agree with Zach.
I agree.
That was
yeah, I agree too.
He's like Jaylen Brown's like prototype.
Shaka always does his Jaylen Brown comparison. I think
he reminds me of him so much, bro.
But Jimmy Butler is too much. He's more of a facilitator. He's too much more of a facilitator.
But Jimmy Butler, like when he first became a star, the passing wasn't in his game yet. As he got older, I feel like he developed that. He used to be just a defensive guy that could get buckets.
Yeah. No, that could be Jaylen Brown, and Jaylen Brown's more athletic, so it'll be more nuclear.
Another thing real quick, man. Another real quick thing. This man rested 48 seconds in Game 5. 48 seconds.
Who, Jimmy?
Jimmy Butler, yes. He rested 48 seconds in that game. That man, that literally was his Game 7. Like, I understand that was a statement game for Miami because they're like, look, these motherfuckers done brought out the mama jerseys. Yeah. This is disrespectful. That was motivation.
AD gold shoes.
Right, exactly. The gold shoes. They like, oh, hell no. So Jimmy Butler went crazy. But even after the game, you could just, this man, I mean, of course they all gonna be sore, but he could barely walk. He was, he was just done. He was done for it. I was like, yeah, next game, I was like, he ain't gonna do much, and I knew it. I didn't expect him to go crazy. I really didn't. Not this last game. What's up, Jay?
Just if the Lakers weren't going after Kawhi, they could have had Jimmy Butler on the highest of keys. Just letting y'all know. You know what I'm saying? They didn't hold on.
I don't think Jimmy Butler would have been good for this, bro. I don't think LeBron and Jimmy Butler can coexist.
You're drunk. You're drunk.
I just feel like that's risky, bro. Like for one,
bro,
Jimmy Butler.
He got Deion Waiters. We know LeBron had problems with Deion Waiters back in the day. That's been well documented.
But Shaka, Deion Waiters in this situation is one, not good enough, and two, he's clinging on to an NBA career. Like he's not. Jimmy Butler's good. I just feel like as soon as that ship, like this season, it might have worked out perfectly because they played so well throughout. But like the way LeBron plays bad when they play bad, the way LeBron tends to pout when things aren't going right, that wouldn't have fit well with Jimmy Butler. I feel like as soon as things would have went left, Jimmy Butler would have just made it go left. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. But my thing with that is, the one thing about the Lakers is they depend a lot on Rondo to be another ball handler. Jimmy Butler clearly is a pretty good playmaker and would have took a lot of pressure off LeBron. Yeah. And then secondly, you would have to depend on Danny Green to guard the other team's best shooting guard. Like, now you would have three people, so it's like, we're going to get to this in a second, but next year the Lakers are going to have another uphill battle to get another ring. They had Jimmy Butler. They have a true big three, a dynasty. It's been really hard to beat them for the next 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
It's no question he makes them better. I'm just saying from like, I think a mental aspect, I think it's like, I think right now they have a perfect ecosystem where they'll have no locker room problems. Obviously, it's going to be tough again next season because they don't have a bulletproof team. But I think there was a better third star out there to be had than like a better option of a third star than Jimmy Butler to be had.
And Jimmy likes that. He's viewed in Miami as the number one. You know, he's comfortable with that. He likes that. He come with the Lakers. He's number 3. You know, so even when he was in Philly, you know, it was, you know, kind of weird too.
Like I don't think he's I don't think he cancers to it. Like I think he want to be with people who want to win, like who is as passionate about him about winning. Like LeBron gonna get into them like bits, but LeBron wants to win ultimately as a competitor. And Jimmy Butler looks at LeBron like, man, the amount of work this dude put in, how can I tell him off? Because he probably the first dude in the gym, last one leaving, taking care of his body, all of that. Same thing with AD. He gonna hold them accountable. But
he wanted to be the
first win. Like he want to win, he rolling. That's how I think.
Yeah.
He wanted to be the first option though. Like he wants to win, but he wanted to win as one of like he's never been a third option, a legit third option. But
Chicago.
Not as a star though.
He wasn't Jimmy G back then though. He was just Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? But we can go off this AD thing. But real quick, I do think that the matchups favor AD, and I don't think that's going to change too much soon. I think the East is will be a lot harder for him. Not the Heat, but like there's bigger teams. That being said, I do look forward to the Warriors-Lakers matchup. So I do want to see how Danny Green approaches Anthony Davis. I feel like that's a guy that can really
Danny Green's not going to be on the team.
Not Danny Green. I mean,
Thank you.
Not Danny Green. You know what I mean? Draymond Green.
Real quick question though. Do y'all believe that Anthony Davis can be a better player? Like, you know, can he? Okay, like
I think
next year,
I think it's really like what Dre was saying. It's more mental than anything. Because you look at his game. Okay, there is one obvious hole. Like his playmaking is atrocious. Something the ball out of bounds when he got double teamed. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's something that's not that big of a deal from your big man because I mean, just don't have him running pick and roll, whatever. But his offensive game and defensive game, there's really no holes. It's all mental. Now that being said, improving someone's mental, that's kind of, I mean, you kind of are who you are. So it's not something you just go in the gym and work on your mental. You know, it's kind of like
right.
So I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough, but I think LeBron.
I just, exactly. I think LeBron's the perfect guy to help him. You know, I know LeBron made his post today with him, and you know, basically putting the caption like, "This man is not even at his peak yet," and you know, he's just getting started and all that. But I really do. Anthony Davis is such a great player. Like he's a really good player. But I agree with everything y'all saying. You know, with him being, you know, aspects of him just being so soft and not being mentally strong, things of that sort. But he's still technically younger. So I think he's 28. So you know, he's in his prime of his career right now. So I think the next 2-3 years is definitely going to be key for him. But I think he'll grow. I do.
I think he's the greatest Robin of all time. I think he's better than like Scotty.
And next season I think will be the biggest test because I think for his mental, nothing's going to help your mental. Because first, sometimes with your mental, you can't really work on your mental. It happens naturally, right? Like, so just even like winning an NBA Finals. After you're a champion, it's a different pedigree, like even in your confidence, self-confidence. So I think like next year, if there was a season for AD to win MVP,
it's next year.
It'll be next season.
And he's a player year. I can see him actually doing the Jordan, Hakeem, Giannis, you know. MVP and he was a player of the year.
I'm gonna sit here, bro. Only opportunity we talk about is posters. All right, that's the only champion we talk about. Posters.
Hey, we try to pull that. Giannis is slapping the hell out of him if he starts talking crazy. Like, all right,
he gonna take his Nikes back. Like, hey, take their shoes off.
I want to talk about the others, and then we get into this whole LeBron GOAT talk. If you're looking at the others on the Lakers, who do you think was like their third best player in the series?
ACP.
Well,
it might be KCP, honestly. Rondo.
It's 1A, 1B.
Or Rondo. Yeah.
Them two.
I'm going Rondo slight edge, but KCP's right there.
ACP started hooping.
He was hooping.
He did. I was like, whoa. When you look at his numbers, literally the first game of the playoffs, was that the first game of the playoffs when he
like
scored
1 for 9, right? Or 0 for 9, something like that?
Yeah, like 0 for 9 or whatever.
Yeah.
Ever since then, he has been decent. I think he was on social media because motherfuckers was bashing the shit out of him.
He got off social media. He got off that.
He was like, whoa, shit. I ain't trying to get death threats to my damn life. Shit. Let me
like Danny Green over here.
Right.
Hey, if there's anybody other than AD that I think is gonna benefit a lot from this though, like KCP is a good player. He does stupid stuff and just has games where he just looks like he should be in the NBA. But KCP, if he's consistently what we know he can be, he's like a really strong piece, like a real 3-and-D option. And there's not a lot of elite 3-and-D guys. Like I've seen KCP chase Steph Curry around every single screen, like glue. Like one of the best I've ever seen. But his lockups are real. He's what people think Avery Bradley is. KCP actually is. You know what I'm saying? Like a real 3-and-D elite option. It's just that he has mental lapses. So hopefully maybe this ring we give him the Danny Green treatment where he becomes like a guy. Because before that Danny Green ring, he was in and out the league. You know, he was LeBron's handshake guy. He wasn't real. So we'll see. Did you guys see the Instagram celebrations with Champ Cheese and
Bro, let them have nice things, bro.
Yeah, they was, man. They're right.
No, Deion Waiters had me so weak. As that dude LeBron was talking, he was just in the background, just like you can tell. I was like, he just Deion Waiters just watch his movements during the whole fight. He was funny to me, bro, because he was on vacation. He vacated to a ring.
Definitely.
All right. I'd like to brief caveat that this is definitely LeBron's worst supporting cast ever on a championship team. Like by far.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, dude.
The worst.
Well, Cleveland got hurt.
07?
It's hard to say though.
When Love and Kyrie went down, that was pretty bad.
No, on a championship team.
Championship.
Oh,
okay, I got you. Okay, I got you.
They actually won? Okay,
yeah. It's tough though, because I feel like with this Lakers team had beat that Warriors team, I mean, he never had an AD with him now.
Yeah.
I think AD definitely like balances out, but like it's just
they would have lost.
After AD, like horrible. Like who's the third best player after AD?
Yeah, Zach.
Right.
This team would have lost to the Warriors, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, the facts.
The Cavs were more equipped to guard. I mean, the Cavs were really good defensively too. I don't know, but it's like imagine the problems AD would have presented to the Warriors because he's a big.
I think Draymond can give him problems, bro.
That was a prime Draymond, bro. That year, like he was.
No, but it's not about.
Hey, you know AD soft? Draymond's the guy that exposes soft people. He's talking crazy to you. He's saying your mom's name.
He was banging with banging with Boogie Cousins that season, bro. Come on.
What can Draymond do on the AD pick and roll?
No, he was definitely banging.
No, but I'm saying
he's putting his forearm in his chest and daring the refs to call something.
Bro, but look, that's because Boogie Cousins is a one-on-one post scorer. Like you start putting AD in these.
He go
I'm saying you start putting AD in these pick and roll, alley-oop,
okay, and then
here's the thing:
open mid-range jumper situation.
You're underestimating how smart Draymond is, though. I don't think he's going to allow him to just gather on those pick and rolls, bro. He's putting a forearm in his chest on the roll, and he's not letting you gather. We see AD when he gets contact,
he's going to fall out.
He's not going through. He's going to fall out. They're not going to call it every time, bro. Draymond has pedigree. The people on the Heat, they don't have pedigree, so every time they touch AD, it's a foul. And you know pedigree matters in the NBA.
At the end of the day, a foul is a foul.
It's not.
No, you're right, but I'm saying he can't do that the whole game, bro. Like he's gonna get in foul trouble. If he's putting his forearm into him on the middle of a roll and AD falls out, they just not gonna call it all again.
I watched this man hack LeBron James for an entire series and get away with it.
That's a fact.
Not like that.
Listen, if Rondo's your third best player on any championship team, you're not going to win many championships. So I'm going to say kudos to LeBron and kudos to AD for carrying these trash bags. I do mean trash bags.
Wow.
He said, I do mean trash bags.
They're trash bags.
Hey, so,
I'll say they lose. With this LeBron, they lose. But if you get 2016 LeBron back,
are we talking about KD Warriors? Or are we talking about just regular Warriors?
No, the regular. It's the time he won.
Great say.
Yeah.
All right, but I want to talk about LeBron real quick and the whole GOAT talk, and then to wrap things up on the end of the show, I want to talk about.
Dre's just shaking his head.
I want to look forward to next year and give you guys' thoughts on like the Lakers' chances of repeating, or just early thoughts of what needs to be done to run it back.
This next segment not so much. Go
ahead. All right. So obviously, I mean, if you watch any of the mainstream media, the LeGoat James talks are going around, see at the table, all that kind of stuff. Kendrick Perkins was going crazy on TV today. Of course, Shannon, Christian's twin or whatever, was going nuts.
Best conversation.
Uncle Shay.
So, Christian, I'll let you kick this off. We're talking all ranks.
I don't want to try to be long with it. All right, here's the thing.
All right.
James and Michael Jordan, it's never going to be an agreement with it. That's just how it's going to be forever. Even if LeBron, you see, with me personally, I believe that this fourth ring, it could solidify him as number one, in my opinion. But I'm still doing a 1A, 1B thing. I'm not going to say LeBron's over Jordan or anything like that. I will say, because I said this with the third one, I was like, if he get a fourth, he's over Jordan. I ain't going to say it right now. But I will say, if he gets a fifth one with Los Angeles, if he gets one more with Los Angeles, he's number one. Undisputed, no arguing, nothing about it. I ain't going to go back and forth with it anymore. But, yes, Michael Jordan and LeBron James are at the same table. They're sitting at the same table. They're two GOATs. They really are. But LeBron James, when you look at his numbers, you look at Michael Jordan's numbers, that's nothing you can debate. But LeBron has the numbers. But let me just read off a couple stats for the people that's going to be listening to our podcast, man. This man is a 4-time NBA champion with 3 different franchises. Three different franchises. 13-time NBA All-Star. He has the most playoff wins ever. He has the most playoff points ever. He has 10 playoff appearances. He has won, like I said, he has won a championship with 3 different franchises. He's first in minutes played. He's first in field goals made, field goals attempted, first in steals. His numbers, they say what they say. When you look at his finals appearances and people say, oh, he's lost 6. Yes, he has lost 6. But when you look at his finals appearances, the ones that he lost should have been series that he should have lost besides the Dallas one, if we just being completely honest. Besides the Dallas one. 2007, he took them to the finals with who? Nobody. He got swept to a Spurs team. In 2011, that's the first year he went in Miami. Like we mentioned earlier in the podcast, his mental, that was his first, not his first time being there, but he was going against the team. That Dallas team was good. I don't like when people take anything away from Dallas. That Dallas team was good. They lost in 6. But we're not gonna sit here and act like Dallas is scrubs, because we see that take too many times on Twitter. LeBron lost to the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks weren't scrubs. Dirk Nowitzki is a freaking he's a Hall of Famer. He's a superstar, top 5 power forward of all time. So in 2011, I will say that the Heat should have won it, but I'm not going to just sit here and act like, that was just a series that LeBron James just completely blew and they should have won. You go to 2012. They win. He won his first ring against a young OKC team. Great. 2013, he wins again. Y'all, Ray Allen bailed him out, whatever. He won. They won the series. 2014, they played the San Antonio Spurs again. This is another championship where people may say, oh, LeBron should have won that. No, that Spurs team, I think that was if the Spurs would have won in 2013, I think Miami would have won in 2014. That's kind of how I look at that. But also, when you actually look at the 2013 and 14 Miami teams, Dwayne Wade wasn't the same Dwayne Wade when he first got there. Dwayne Wade was regressing. He was not – he wasn't a superstar any longer. LeBron literally carried them. So in 2014, him losing to the Spurs, it's against Greg Popovich, it's against Tim Duncan, and them. They still veteran players. They were still great players. They had a system, and they won.
Kawhi's coming out party.
Not a champion. Exactly. I'm just saying, because people looking at these championships, he lost 6. Oh, and he doesn't belong in the GOAT card. He doesn't belong number 1 because he lost 6. But you got to really look at the ones that he did lose. They're not. I'm not saying this. I'm not giving him any excuses, but these aren't series that people expected him to win besides the Dallas series. I'm just being completely honest. The other teams were better than the teams that he was on. In 2015, he lost Kyrie Irving. He lost Kevin Love. He lost. What did people expect? He still went crazy. He went dummy. That's another L that he got in the losing column in the finals appearances. In 2016, it was the rematch. Came down from 3-1 against Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green. The Warriors' big three, the 72-10, whatever team that was, came back and beat them down 3-1. That's when people start saying, hey, this is where he's starting to come. That GOAT talk is really starting to come and play. That championship, amazing. 2017, his vengeance. That's when KD, whole ass, decided to join Golden State, and he lost in 2017. He lost in 2018. Who the fuck was gonna beat the Golden State Warriors with Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson? That's the thing. People, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan would have fucking lost to them. Let's be honest. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. Come on. So
especially in 2018 with that supporting cast, sorry, Christian, but
yeah, for real. So
it's trash.
So I don't want to hear he has 6 losses. Jordan wins 6 times. He's 6-0. Yes, Jordan is 6-0. Come to LA, man. He came to Los Angeles with 3 main goals. 3 main goals as a 34-year-old basketball player. A lot of people in the media thought LeBron James wouldn't even win a championship with Los Angeles. He's washed. He's too old. Oh, he's not going to be able to get someone to play with him or join him, whatever all that talk. He had 3 main goals, and he's already achieved it in 2 years. The first one, bring in the winning culture and relevance back to the Los Angeles Lakers franchise, a.k.a. Showtime. He brought the L.A. Showtime Lakers back. That's number 1. Number 2, the second goal of his was to recruit or to get a superstar to play alongside of him. That was his second goal. And what did he do? He brought Anthony Davis to the Los Angeles Lakers. Regardless of what he tried to do his first season and trading people and whatever.
he was definitely shipping people.
He was trying to ship them out, but everyone knew that he had to get a superstar, all-star player to play alongside him for him to have a shot. What did he do? He did it. He brought Anthony Davis to the Los Angeles Lakers. It paid off. He won a championship. And number 3, that's it. He won a fucking championship with the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 3, he accomplished all 3 of those goals within 2 seasons at 35 years old and 17 years in the NBA. My man's will be 36 years old in 2 months. Ain't nobody have ever done anything like LeBron Raymond James Sr. Nobody. I made a tweet earlier today, and I got under people's skin or whatever about, I even put in that group, when the Lakers are going to put his jersey in the Raptors or some shit like that. People thought I was trolling. I wasn't trolling. I'm just being completely honest. I mean, after his career stint with the Lakers is over, LeBron James will be in the Lakers Raptors. I'm just being in 3, 4, 5 years from now, he will be. He definitely will be. But even Jenny Buss has said it herself. LeBron James, his goal was to come back and bring the Lakers back to relevance, back to give us our winning culture back, bring us our championship, and he did that. And I mean, him just bringing the championship, just won with the Lakers. He's already submitted his legacy with LA. That's how I look at it, because a lot of people didn't even think he would get one with them, and he already has one, and he's 35 years old. He has a couple more years to get that second one, or possibly even third. We don't know about that. But LeBron, he's on a mission, man. This is amazing. We ain't never seen anything like this. Shout out to that man, because a lot of people has ridiculed his name, has talked bad about him. He's done this and he's done that. Get the fuck out of here. DeAndre Branch. Shit, I don't want to hear none of that. And I'm glad I seen your post earlier today. You gave my man his credit. I appreciate that. Officially welcome to Laker Nation. Yes, Lakers Nation. You right? Hey, I fuck with that. I'm glad you appreciate that. You ain't hate on my guy the whole year. You know, I know if they would have lost or they would have not gone to NBA Finals, we would have heard it, of course. But hey man, LeBron James, I'm not gonna really get into the GOAT talk. I just want to let the pod know what this man has done in his career. We'll never see another LeBron James. He's absolutely amazing. When it comes to the GOAT talk, like I said, I'm still doing a 1A, 1B thing. But if he gets one more with the Los Angeles Lakers, one more, he's gonna be my number one. No arguing, no none of that. So that's my take on LeBron.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Drake.
Though, Chris.
That was short. That was you keeping it short, huh?
Yeah, that was me keeping it short.
15-minute tangent.
That's what I was gonna say. What was the question?
Who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT?
Is he the GOAT, or does this significantly move him to going over Jordan, or what's your take on where he's at all time and what this ring did to impact that?
For me, right now, he's solidified number 2. He's I'll listen to 1A, 1B, but to me, I'm still not gonna put him over Jordan at this point. To me, he's got to get to 5 or 6. If he gets to 6, all holds bars. If he gets to 5, I'll seriously listen to it. But it's just bro, 6 Finals MVPs. I don't care. I don't care about the fact that he was 6-0. It's the fact that he has 6 Finals MVPs. Context matters. Like Christian was saying, the fact that LeBron I'm not gonna punish LeBron because he was so great that he got a lot of trash teams to the finals.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna punish him for that. You know what I mean? And even to touch on what he said, the only finals where you look at where damn, maybe you should have won is the Mavericks series. And I mean, like he said, that Mavericks team was better than what people talk about, because I mean they also ran through Kobe and Powell, then they ran through OKC.
Relax.
They also ran through a very well coached Mavericks team in that first round. They were the one that, and they took them to 7 games. They played them the best than anybody that year. But
a well coached.
Yeah, they played the Mavericks team in the first round.
Wasn't that Mavericks team kind of over the hill though? Because I feel like when they beat Miami, that was kind of their last run.
Not Mavericks. You right. You right, Zach. Who they play?
You talking about the Mavericks be the well coached Mavericks?
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. No, not them. They played who they played?
Memphis.
Was it Memphis? It was either San Antonio or Memphis. Either way, both those teams were very well coached. So they either played, the Gasol and Zach Randolph, or Tim Duncan and Tony.
And they had 3 future MVP candidates, or 3 future MVP winners.
Exactly, and it's this is a side note. I'm tired of niggas talking about when we try to bring up the Thunder as a credible opponent. They always try to say they babies, they didn't make it to the finals, bro. They were at that point.
They were babies.
Okay, will you say that the Heat was a harder team to beat or easier than that Thunder team?
You said what?
Was it easier beating the Thunder, or was it easier beating this Heat team?
For the Mavericks?
I'm talking about for the for LeBron. What was a harder matchup for him? This Heat team, or when he beat the Thunder? What was his easiest ring?
Definitely this one.
Thunder.
Yeah,
no, he had the mental edge over the Thunder, but they talent wise, it stacked up very nicely.
He was never going, bro. The Thunder were never going to beat him, bro.
And the Heat were never going to beat him. But we know that. But what I'm saying to you though, we're not going to act like this Heat team talent wise stacks up to that team talent wise.
Oh,
no. That's what I'm saying. They need to win, but he had the series. Yeah, he had the mental edge and the talent edge over the Heat. Over the Thunder, it's just mental. You're not gonna tell me that KD, Russ, James Harden, a young Serge.
At that point, they weren't as talented as that Heat team. They had that, but at that point,
I don't know, bro. I like Shane Betty,
Russell was right.
At that point, KD's already a walking 30 ball. He dropped 30 on their head to win games.
KD, Russell was
that year Russell
James Harden still finding himself.
That year Russell is already averaging 22 and 8.
Bro,
you gotta think about it.
Mirrored Derrick Rose's MVP year. That's a fact.
Wait, Dre, please make your point clear. You're saying what, Dre? Hold on, make sure I'm.
The Heat team.
The Jimmy Butler Heat team.
No, not Jimmy. No. I'm talking about the Heat team LeBron was on when he faced OKC.
Yeah,
that team was better than the OKC Thunder, talent wise. That's what I'm saying. That's my argument.
Oh,
okay. So here's the thing. You and Touchy on this, but what I will say, for a fact that it's much closer for this that matchup than it is for this one. Much closer.
Oh, this is his easiest ring, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
I just want to get your opinion on that.
bro, like they had a legit superstar. Like KD's a legit superstar.
Okay.
Even by that time.
Okay. I do that.
Yeah, like bro, Russell in that series was like a Jimmy Butler level player.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's comparable.
Yeah. And then they still had James Harden was the sixth man of the year. And I'm not gonna hear you when you talk about he wasn't there yet, because literally a couple months later he went and dropped 40 and then 40 and then 40.
James Harden
Now, if
was
you
always there.
stick that OKC team in a Heat culture,
They didn't have a lot of rings. But that's
neither here.
just
That's
add
neither here
on
nor
to
there.
the
Basically, LeBron James is 2A. I mean 2, maybe 1B. I think for him to really get to that point where I can say he's over him, he'd have to get to 6 for me. For me to say like he's just better than Jordan is really hard for me to say.
So this ring that he just won just now solidifying number 2 for you?
Kareem always had a case.
Oh,
bro, hey, look. Anyway, all right. Now let's get to my point. All right. So, first point I want to make is, anytime you've been to the finals more than half of your career, just like in general, inside of your career, you've been to the finals more times than not. Just in general, that's crazy.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
So that's one point I want to bring up. Nobody said. I just want to think with the fact that 10 out of your 17 years you've been to the finals. That's wild. So I think if LeBron gets one more ring, he'll be one. Yeah, he'll pass Jordan, because right now he's right there. He's knocking on the door. But I think a 5th ring, 11 finals appearances, that gets you past Jordan, and that's my whole opinion. I'm not here to argue about it.
Yeah.
The only thing LeBron could do to get him past Jordan in everybody's eyes will be going to the Knicks and returning them to greatness.
If he goes to the Knicks,
that would be freaking
there's
wild.
nothing else to talk. And he brings them. There's nothing to talk about.
Right.
I'll say this, bro.
If he did that, yeah, it'd be over.
There's nothing to talk about if he does that, but he won't.
He won't.
Hey, so LeBron has been to the finals 10 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went to the finals 10 times.
Yeah.
He was 6-4. LeBron is 4-6.
Yeah.
So to Chris's point, I do think Kareem still has an argument with LeBron and.
But so here's what.
How many finals MVPs does he have?
Kareem missing the playoffs like in the middle of his prime. It's not great. That's kind of an issue. He did miss the playoffs like when he.
How many games did he play?
Lakers team was trash, though.
Yeah.
That I'm unsure of.
Because LeBron missed the playoffs in the middle of his career too, but he missed a lot of games.
That was an injury.
I'm saying I don't know the context of how Kareem missing the playoffs. I'll say this.
Fair.
My whole thing with the whole LeBron thing is I do think the whole Kareem thing needs to be brought into it, because Kareem's whole basketball career, he's like been
just
on
won
some
every
GOAT
level.
time
Yeah.
ever since high school. So I think you guys are sleeping on Kareem a little bit. The whole Magic Johnson.
Kareem's my number 3.
Can we talk about can we take a look at Jordan? Oh, just a tag.
Hold on. I'm getting to that.
Okay. Because
also too, the Kareem thing is the whole Magic argument that Magic won some Finals MVPs, whatever. That's like if Dwayne Wade didn't just take a dump in the bed. Also, AD could have easily stole LeBron's Finals MVP. He had just like sealed the deal.
You're not gonna compare.
He did.
AD and Dwayne to Magic Johnson.
No, I'm saying that I think that great players have to play with great players to win championships. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So Dwayne Wade's the second greatest shooting guard of all time, right?
Okay.
No.
No. He's the third. He's third.
Who's second?
Kobe.
Bryant. What are you?
Oh, Kobe.
Hey,
Is it correct?
Hey, Jay wants to slap you right now.
I'll say.
He want to be like, what the?
Is he? No. To be honest, though, is D Wade third though? That's
Yes.
Yeah. But
that's debatable.
There's people have cases.
Who else is in the argument? Jerry West?
Harden?
That's the only thing I'm hearing.
Harden?
Hell no, not Harden.
No.
Please.
Build him.
Talking about
Build him.
Clyde Drexler better than Harden. Fuck out of here.
Jerry West. No, bro. But look though.
Allen Iverson might be better than Harden, bro.
Yeah.
Two things. Two things though. One, D Wade. The problem with D Wade is at no point in his career was he a top 5 player in the league. Probably. That's one problem with the argument.
That is a lie.
False.
Bold face lie. I can't believe you told that lie. Bold face lie.
He was never the best. No, he was never arguably the best player in the league. Right, we can agree upon that.
Okay,
It
so
was
you
never
changed,
like,
you just changed the goalpost. You just completely changed the goalpost.
Because Kobe and LeBron were playing. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
No, but no.
He was regularly top 3.
Huh? He wasn't top 3.
At his prime, yes, he was. Yes, he
D
was.
Wade was never a top 3 player in the NBA.
No, because listen, at that point, Tim was
he wasn't.
It was definitely like LeBron, D Wade,
Duncan.
And like who'd you say?
Duncan.
That's why I said when Duncan got older. When Duncan got older toward the end of the early 21st.
That's when he started getting traded.
The 2007 era, D Wade was pretty crazy. But anyways, this is not about
Wait, no. Listen to this stuff. I'm not getting. He was never a top 5 player in the NBA, bro.
You're wrong. You are literally wrong.
Yeah, he was, bro.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Maybe for one season, bro.
A couple seasons. What are you talking about?
No, because he was, bro. Dwayne Wade was cold.
Okay, hold on. Hey, look, has James Harden ever been a top 5 player in the NBA? If we're being honest.
Yes.
It's questionable, bro.
It is always
questionable. You can argue. I'm not a James Harden truther.
Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry.
I'm just saying, like,
you gonna put James
Harden has always been at that 4-5 level.
I don't think D Wade's the automatic third best shooting guard ever. Like, I don't think.
Anyways, that's not my point. My point is that Kareem played with another great player, yes, but
so did everybody else at the top of that list.
That's my point. And Kareem has. If you want to talk about longevity, Kareem makes a good case against LeBron in terms of longevity because his longevity is pretty crazy too.
Yeah, but
he's winning championships at like 38.
LeBron will end up probably passing.
Right, and I was about exactly because if LeBron.
When you look at
side note. I do want to say that LeBron did play in an inflated era. This is the era we see rookies like Trae Young averaging 30 points per game. We're gonna look back at this.
LeBron didn't come up in this era.
Right, exactly.
No, I'm saying it allows him to continue putting up crazy numbers deep into his career. When Kareem was 38 years old, bro, they was down there trying to punk him, bro. I'm saying it's a different era. And also, points in the league were down. Like people weren't scoring a ton of points at that point.
When?
What?
When? What are you talking about? I said when.
What's Kareem's last year?
70s or 80s.
Because Kareem played during some of the era where it was up too.
Yeah.
But
he also played when it came down too, though.
Yeah, no, Kareem, bro. Honest to God, he's the best natural basketball player ever to live. I watched the whole documentary. He's cold. He's just soft, bro. That's why he's not the greatest ever. Kareem's soft.
I mean, okay, I ain't gonna go that far.
Yeah, let's
all right, anyways, okay, the whole Jordan thing, bro.
MVPs, what are you talking?
Yeah, so Jordan retired when he was 35.
We're gonna talk about Jordan now.
Yeah.
All right. I'm still trying to do my Jordan take. Allen went everywhere else, everything.
All right, what's your Jordan
you
take?
ain't do your LeBron take, right?
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Everybody was going everywhere else with it. I'm just patiently waiting.
I just want to touch on.
Go ahead, Dre. Let's hear it.
Just want to touch on Chris, man.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna wait because you got
real quick, because I know everybody is very long-winded on this pod, which is a lot of love. We ain't talked to each other in a while. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to see y'all too. But anyway, put it like this, man. LeBron is a great. Number 2 on my list, and it's some arguable number 2s there as well. But just being objective with it, LeBron is probably the second greatest basketball player ever. But he hasn't got to Jordan. Like I said, he would need to get that 5th ring to be in that conversation. For real, for me to sit down and actually give you some legitimacy to your argument. 6 feet, we can throw it back and forth, and I don't mind who you take either or. You know what I'm saying? If he gets to those 2 things. But everybody want to throw these stats out there and all this. LeBron has played longer. Jordan played literally like 11 seasons in his prime. We ain't talking about the Wizards and none of that. Jordan played 11 seasons in his prime. But why 2 seasons in the middle of his prime off? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you can't really try to throw the stats like compare this player to this player. This player to this player. He's gonna be number 1 in these things because he's played longer. You know what I'm saying? That's like the argument for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know why he scored the most points? Because he played more than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? He played longer than anyone else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's not a detriment to LeBron. That's not a stake of his greatness by any means. But everyone wants to demote Jordan because the numbers don't add up and it backs LeBron. The reason it backs LeBron is because Jordan took 1, 2 years off in his prime, and 2, retired early, honestly. Because he still, even at the end of this the second three-peat, he could have played longer. You know what I'm saying? He could have boosted up his stats and more. But he chose to step away again. You know what I'm saying? It's like
what's fun is that?
bro, I'm not saying it's a fault of anyone, but there's some people you can't talk to LeBron fans if they don't listen. But anyway,
I understand. I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is that the stats, you can't really bring that. But you're talking about the 2 peak years of them kind of going back and forth, you'll see that it kind of sways towards Jordan. Like, obviously, LeBron does more as far as the assists and rebounds and things like that, but like just pure dominance mentality, taking the other opponent's best player, doing kind of more with less, because Scottie Pippen isn't really like a Dwayne Wade in this peak, or he isn't really like a Anthony Davis in this peak. Like, he played with some like stuff.
But he was very consistent.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
LeBron didn't play with a peak. LeBron didn't play with a peak D Wade. I'm sorry, Scottie Pippen.
He did for a year.
2010 and 2011 was D Wade's last.
2010, 11, right?
Yeah,
that was his last
last
2.
year.
Exactly.
So relax.
Hey, no. Anthony Davis is
no, Dre, you relax.
Can I finish my point?
Anthony Davis is better than Scottie Pippen, bro.
Down, boy. These LeBron fans is angry, boy. Y'all like,
you want to be objective? That's objective. That's objective.
I'm saying, let me make my point. Feel free.
All right, go ahead.
I'm just saying who my GOAT is before y'all LeBron fans. Wait.
I said, but
I don't care. I don't care. But listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jordan was all-time great. His peak and his height is better than LeBron's peak and height. And that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and the results show. And that's just mentality, taking over, like decisions, crunch time, all of it. He just does it better than LeBron. And that's what it is.
So it
sounds like
he's a better basketball player than LeBron. That's
okay, so you want to talk, so like for instance, like peak and things of that nature. I just want to throw this out there. I think the best, what do you think LeBron's like where he was at his absolute best is? Like the second stint in Cleveland, probably?
Probably like
right.
end of Heat era, beginning of second stint in Cleveland.
Okay, so it's just like you talk about results, and the results show that, but it's just like, I mean, if Scottie Pippen gets hurt for a whole series, they're not winning. So the same thing with Kyrie getting hurt. It's just like, I mean, context matters.
I didn't bring the 6 losses.
Yes, you did. Bro. Yes, you did.
So I thought you know
whose peak was better?
It's zero doubt Jordan had a better peak.
LeBron had a worse peak than Kareem, bro. If you really want to get into it, Kareem's averaging like 34 and like 16 and like 6 assists and 4 blocks and 2 steals.
Kareem was going crazy.
Like, especially from 9 hoopers.
You have no idea how many blocks he had.
Yeah, Kareem is a fucking legend. He's on Mount Rushmore. They're the 3. Yeah, those are the 3.
But I'm just saying, just watching Jordan, bro, he had an air about him that he was going to do whatever it takes to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying LeBron doesn't have that, but there's just a certain gene that that Jordan was cut from that made him an unstoppable force. Like, he was feared by opponents. And we ain't talking about like scrubs. We talking about Karl Malone, Charles Barkley. We talking about like Mount Rushmore goats that he's plowing through, making sure they ain't getting ring.
You know what Carl. Yep.
Okay, so it sounds okay. So because you said that you did bring up ring. You did.
I don't fuck with Karl Malone, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
He's a terrible person, but he's a great basketball player.
The playoff success don't really reflect you saying that. They was him and John Stockton played together for 20 years.
He about against James Harden in the playoffs any. So
exactly, trash.
Dre, you said. I was gonna say Dre said that LeBron has to win 1 more to be considered. He said he has to win 2 to be like, okay, it gets to 6 to be like, all right, he's the GOAT or whatever. So
I'm saying y'all can have that conversation. I ain't gonna.
You ain't had a conversation yet.
Whatever. That ain't no conversation.
What I'm saying is like, if you said it, I ain't gonna be like, shut up. Like I'm saying now, shut up. I'm like, hey, you got some validity to it. I'm like, all right, we can go back and forth.
There's validity now.
Well, look,
Dre, because if LeBron wins 1, 2 more, whatever it is, he's doing it at age 36, 37, or 38 years old.
Bro,
Jordan, there's no way Jordan won the championship.
Jordan won at 38. Jordan won at 38.
Jordan won at 37, 38. What are you talking about?
His second 3.
He was way over. 37, 38.
Oh my God.
Yes, he was.
What are you talking about?
Dre is right. Y'all wrong. Yeah, what are y'all talking about? He was 30. He was 36, 7, and 8.
He was 34. He was 34.
34? What are y'all talking about?
Second 3-peat, boy.
Hey, Shock, tell these niggas because they don't know.
What's wrong with y'all?
Hold on.
He was 38 and 39 years old playing for the Wizards. He was 38 and 39 playing for the Wizards.
40.
No, dude.
97,
94 in his last ring. He was 34.
32, 33, and 34. He was 34 years old when he got his last ring. He did not play
34 when he got it. No, he wasn't.
Let's see.
Yes, he was. He didn't play in 98, 99, 99, 2000, or 2000, 2001. He was 35, 36, and 37 years old. He was 35, 36, 37 years old. There was no way Jordan was winning any of those 3 years.
1 year off. 1 year off.
He was
1 year off.
You said 37.
What are you talking about? You was
36, 37, 35, 36, 37.
Time out. They were wrong about the age. But the one thing they are right about is he was 34, putting up 29 points per game, 6 rebounds, about 4 assists, killing the league. So I'm saying, if he would have played at 35,
LeBron was
hold on. I'm saying, if he would have played at 35 and 36, he didn't put up numbers probably better than LeBron. He just decided to retire. So that's Jordan's fault.
Probably better.
Also, no. So hold on. This is what
I'm not talking. This is what I want to touch on. No, wait a minute.
This is what I wanted to touch on, bro.
LeBron. I mean, look, Michael Jordan. Of course, we know he would have been putting up numbers. Michael Jordan retired in 98, 99, 99, 2000, 2001. Who was those teams back
exactly.
then?
Can we talk about the teams that he dodged through his
that he dodged?
Because he dodged probably the best team to play him. The first retirement with a Hakeem Olajuwon and a Clyde Drexler as the second star.
No, he did.
And then he completely dodged Tim Duncan. He said, "I don't want no problem with him. Let me go ahead."
They weren't fucking with.
He said, "I don't want no problems with Tim, and let me get up out of there." Because the next year, Tim won, right?
If it was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. What does he have? 6 rings and what? 6 Finals MVP. Shut up about this. If we have played this, what did he do? What did he do? When
he was Drake.
I want to hear no.
Drake, hold on.
I'm saying, bro, this shit, like. So we're not gonna talk about how the league was watered down too.
It happened.
Oh, we don't care. We don't care. When we talk about Mike, we don't care about no context. When we talk about Mike, context don't matter, right?
The East is watered down for LeBron.
We do results.
It was.
Not more so than Jordan, because you always tell me.
It was. Are you crazy?
Shock, what do you tell me? No, Shock, what do you always tell me? Jerry Stackhouse was the all-star. That's what you always say.
No. LeBron's East was easier than Jordan's East.
Bro, look.
Because of the bad boy Pistons.
And the Knicks?
Celtics? What are you talking about?
I was like, what?
What are you talking about?
The Pacers and Knicks wasn't fucking with the Bulls.
Yes, they weren't.
I said nothing about conference.
No, they weren't. Michael Jordan made them look silly every time.
Because that's Michael Jordan. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? The East was stacked. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, Jordan East was definitely harder. I think the argument between LeBron and Jordan is for the best player of all time. Are you talking about just who had the better career, or like who at their peak was better?
We're talking about the best player.
But I'm saying is the best player who would you rather have over their career? Like I want that player for his career.
And that's a good point.
Or do I want 3 years of best Jordan?
Yeah. LeBron
Jordan peaked higher. But career-wise, there's no question. LeBron's going to give you 20 years of excellence.
LeBron will have the greatest career of all time, and that's inarguable. Like, that's a fact. But the best player is when it gets tricky. That's what everyone else's point. Like, at their peaks, bro, I think LeBron's the 3rd best player of all time.
Yeah. I mean, I think Jordan definitely peaked higher. You watch the documentary, bro. Peak Jordan, when he was on, I love LeBron, but he wasn't on that. He wasn't on with Jordan. Like, Jordan was like Patrick Mahomes, but basketball type, where it was like, you can't even question who's.
I will say this. If LeBron gets like another ring, right? And then another ring. If he gets another ring, then I might take the whole Jordan thing. If he gets to 6 rings, though, then the whole conversation best player, you just have to give it to LeBron. Because, like, bro, look, all right. He's getting rings at like 37. Like
and that would be like what 13 finals appearances and shit.
That'd be 6-6 in the finals.
Yeah. If he gets to 6 in the finals, that erases the Mavericks loss in my head.
He's already erased that in 2016 anyway.
Not in the
I digress.
All right, we're done with this. I look forward to doing some more
debates like
this since we have no more basketball.
For no reason. Also, just got the stank face for no reason.
Bro,
hey.
And for the Lakers looking forward, since we didn't talk about that,
hey, real quick,
to kind of re-up.
Yeah.
Hey, shut up.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
All right, so last thing before we get out of here, I want to talk about the Lakers' chances to win again. What do they need to do to run it back, and all that? What you gonna say, Dre?
I don't know. I'll go ahead. I need to write down some players' names that we need.
I am weak.
Well, what I was gonna say is basically they're gonna have money to go after somebody else. They just need to get Danny Green. They just need to get rid of Danny Green somehow. So whether it's a signing trade this offseason with a notable free agent that's going to be free, unnamed, but they can still bring in that third star because they're not paying anybody any money except for LeBron and AD. So
that's why I think they need to just go ahead and put together the makeshift roster this year and keep the powder dry for that Giannis year, or just like when it's a little bit more certainty to like who's available. Because this offseason this summer is not really the year to chase like a big name. It's not a name out there, but
well, they have to re-sign Anthony Davis. Shit, well, that's a thing.
Yeah, well, he
They
can't.
do. Yeah, you got to get him first locked up. But.
All right, so after we get the little scrub and the little soft-spoken, I'm heard every 2 seconds scrub re-sign back to his max contract. We're going to go after bigger fish this right, you know what I'm saying? But not even bigger fish. These are people that work, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just off the top of the dome, you know what I'm saying? Buddy Hield works. And I ain't talking about superstars. I'm talking about people who fit and kind of help the thing get to that next level. Buddy Hield works. Victor Oladipo works. Zach LaVine low-key said he wanted to play with LeBron and AD passive aggressively in Chicago media. Go ahead and look at that clip if you want to. We need the actual good Morris twin. I think that'd be a nice solid piece. The coherent twin who can actually play basketball. That'd be cool. Jeremy Grant, I've been saying that up and down.
Who you say?
Sideways. Jeremy Grant.
All right, we're not gonna get him.
No, we're not getting him, but I wanted him back.
Y'all might though.
Nah, we're not getting him. We're just gonna keep him.
Or Brad Bill. And I'd be cool with that signing trade, kind of compromise a little bit of like the financial flexibility. If we can get Brad Bill, I'd be cool with that.
You got a package that you think what's in your mind? Because I don't see how that works.
Danny Green is an expiring contract. That's the only thing I can see that kind of works.
Why do I want Danny? Why do I want Danny Green?
I'm just saying like some financial flexibility, maybe like a pick in the cools or something like that. And
that ain't good enough.
It's not enough money either, bro. Bradley Bill makes like $38 million or something crazy.
It ain't for Bradley. Bradley Bill is like an asterisk. I'm just throwing a name out there because I want it personally because he's from St. Louis and I think that'd be a great fit.
Maybe some under the table stuff to pull that.
Buddy Hield making money too, though. Too much. Buddy Hield's making money too.
But no, Buddy Hield is the type of money that you guys can figure it out. Well, after Buddy Hield,
I thought he was making like I don't know,
like 27 or something, right? 25.
We can make that work. But Bogdanovich, the other Sacramento dude though, he would be nice. Not a centerpiece, but just a piece for sure. Bogdanovich or whatever his name is.
Bogdanovich.
Yeah.
Right, so
Looking at the notable free agents though, I think Shock is right. Like if they just run it back this year, don't sign nobody no serious money. The scary one's gonna be Kuz. I think he's up for a new deal, but.
Who cares?
You gotta let him walk, bro. You gotta let him walk.
Yeah, get him out of there.
I get him up out of there. I get Morris to take Cool's spot, and we do way better with the actual good Morris, not Marquise.
I'll say this: Fred VanVleet may be available, but if you get a guy like Fred VanVleet or like who's another one?
It depends on what he wants though, because there's gonna be teams that's gonna.
And that's my point is, if you sign somebody this year, you completely compromise any flexibility to go after like a Giannis, right?
They're not getting Giannis, bro.
They're gonna try.
They're gonna try, but it's not not gonna happen. And
I'm just saying.
And don't nobody want to see that bullshit.
What the Lakers
got to get a third team involved.
I want the league to be competitive. So for
that's what you want.
You cannot go to the Lakers. You cannot go to the Mavericks. Bro, LeBron, Giannis, and AD. That shit's foul.
And he got an interest in.
I need every second of it.
It's like when they're trying to get Kawhi. I didn't even want them to get Kawhi because I want the league to be
Oh,
competitive.
who cares what you want? I don't care.
Right, nobody. But I'm talking about that's the pod is, right? A bunch of
You
opinions.
keep talking about what you want.
I'm talking about me, baby. No,
I'm talking about me.
Straight.
They can go up to Gordon Hayward.
Andre.
I think Bill will be great. Everybody would want to see Bill, but for them to get Bill, they'll have to get a third team involved. Actually,
Bro, for them to get Bill,
it would have to be a third
Bus
team.
has to be doing under the table deals. That's the only way they're pulling it off.
Victor Oladipo will be a good supplement fit. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't have. Isn't it a contract expiring?
What'd you say?
No, he's another year, bro. That's the thing.
Yeah,
2021 is a year.
He'll be perfect. We trade for Victor Oladipo, give him a year of kind of test the water. If he ain't it, we ship him out for bigger fish. If he is, we re-sign him. I think it could be a nice deal for him.
If he ain't it, you ain't getting nothing for him.
Man, if y'all do
have
some
they
kind of signing
discussed,
trade with the Thunder for
Chris Paul?
For Schroeder and Gallo, because
Ooh.
Gallo's gone. Schroeder, if they blow it up and get Paul out of there,
I like that.
They might just be like, all right, bet and then you get him maybe Kuz a pick.
Gallo's a free agent.
Huh?
Gallo's a free agent.
That's what I'm saying, though. Sign and trade Gallo. The Thunder sign and trade him.
I thought he's 2020 free. I think he's free agent right now.
This offseason, my point.
Oh, he said sign and trade. Okay, I got you.
And then I'm saying, but then it's a trade. So maybe you throw a trade. I mean, make a trade. Bring some, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they could do something like that, that would be filthy for this shit. But the free agents this year are trash, though. All in all.
And just to further paint that picture, so 2021 free agents are, of course, Chris Paul, Kawhi, Blake Griffin, Paul George, Gordon Hayward, Conley, Kyle Lowry, DeRozan, Otto Porter, Drew Holiday, Rudy Gobert, Davis, Drummond, Steven Adams, Antetokounmpo, LaMarcus Aldridge, Batum, Oladipo, Hardaway Jr., Schroeder, Fournier, just some names.
A lot of names.
Winslow.
That boy Batum still
Go after Markelle Fultz next year.
Will Barton's a free agent in 2021. There's a lot of guys 2021. You really just gotta like not mess with the books before 2021.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of these guys are signed for next year as well, though, because they know it's gonna be like a gap year. So like everyone has a player option with Rondo, Bradley, Danny Green, shitty ass. All of them have player options for next year.
Man, just to pay him $15 million next year feels so foul.
I feel like he's an expiring contract, and he's gonna make like a trade work. Like I think that's the only value he holds for the Lakers next year.
Yeah.
Have they brought up anything about the start of next season? I know the last time I heard it was they were talking about like January. Is that still the talk?
That's all I heard. So they're still trying to, I think, figure things out for an official statement. So
Rob Pelinka, come take Al Horford.
All right, real quick before we end, just bold predictions for NBA Finals next year without none of this shit going down.
Sixers, Lakers, Sixers in 4. Bold. You said bold.
It was.
All right.
Lakers, Sixers. Lakers in 7.
Lakers, Sixers.
I think Doc is gonna actually do something for them, but that's because Brett Brown was a trash can.
Interesting.
They gave him the benefit of the
doubt. Nah, you not gonna go with Uvi?
Huh?
You're not going with Uvi's team?
Lakers and Nets.
No.
Lakers
Nets. Listen, they had.
That's a bold prediction. That's a bold one.
There's no defense on that team.
No.
I'm confused.
Not enough shooting to make it work.
Also, real quick, and I said this in the group meet. The reality of KD's about to hit a lot of niggas hard. They think that they think KD's on a certain level that might not be the reality. We ain't seen him not play with a Warriors team stacked out the ass in years.
Yeah. Why do y'all think
he's still gonna be great? He's still gonna be great.
He's gonna do his thing.
No, he's gonna do his thing, but bro, like he's not on
I'll say this
level. Like
when things get tough,
he's gonna get double teamed again, first time in years.
Yeah.
Like,
why
do y'all think KD and Kyrie mentally can play together, bro?
They can't. That's the thing.
I don't think so either. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work.
KD's gonna want Kyrie to be the leader, and Kyrie's gonna.
Kyrie already said.
Did we ever talk about that stupid take about Kyrie talking about the coaching shit? Did we ever talk about that?
He said some Nash saw that shit like, what the hell?
Right.
I feel bad for Nash, bro. It's already starting off bad.
He already starting off bad. Yeah.
Hey, the Lakers will take special though.
What?
The Lakers what?
Dinwiddie, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dinwiddie kind of gassed, bro.
And cares.
What I'm about to say, we'll take either one of them.
All
right. Yeah, one of them is out of there. Low key. You might be. Hey, low key. Give him Danny Green.
They train one of these dudes for Drew Holiday. I think that's what I'm hearing. They train Jared Allen and like Karis LeVert for Drew Holiday. That's what they're saying.
I heard Warriors linked to Drew Holiday too, though.
That'd be dumb.
That'd be dumb.
Bro.
All right. Anyways, I got in my finals. I got the Warriors and Bucks.
I knew you was gonna say Warriors.
Explain to me how
the Lakers so much, bro.
I knew he was gonna say Warriors.
Explain to me how that's gonna work right now.
I hope so.
I think they're gonna flip that.
Go ahead, my bad.
I think they're gonna flip them in one pick for somebody very interesting.
Okay.
And then I think they might get lucky, and the Clippers might help them with the Lakers. If not, I think Draymond Green will be the only guy in the entire Western Conference that can do anything with Anthony Davis.
That's fair. Here are my concerns with the Warriors, bro. When they were winning championships before KD, one, their bench was amazing. That's elite. All
They
time.
can get a bench again this year, though.
They're all the guys right now. They're all getting paid. Steph's getting paid. Clay's getting paid. Draymond's getting paid.
I'm saying they can get guys to take less.
I mean, maybe, but like, here's the thing: when they were getting guys to do that, they were the clear-cut favorite to win a championship. It's not that way anymore. Like, there's other teams that guys will take less to play with. People like guys will take less to play with the Clippers. Guys will take less to play with the Lakers. Like we've seen that this year, and with the Lakers winning the championship, like they're still probably above that pedigree as far as guys to take less, or at least in the same category. You know what I mean? Like, I'm worried about them being able to, one, fill up their bench. Like, I need to see, like, is Clay going to be able to guard the other team's best, like, perimeter player?
It's gonna be
competently
Wiggins,
again?
bro. It's gonna be Wiggins.
Oh, that's what we're holding our hat on, huh?
Wiggins has done a pretty good job on other teams' perimeter players. Has he not?
I'll say
Do you have faith in that?
He's never been an anchor, but he's showed the ability to keep people in front of him.
No,
but yeah, you're right.
He has the ability to be competent. Like he has the physical tools and all that. But I don't know. Sold on it. I'll have to see it to believe it.
All right.
Me right now, I think the Warriors are like a top 4 seed, but I don't see them getting out the West right now. Just
it'll be tough.
We'll talk about this more in future episodes because I have a lot to say on that, but I'll spare you guys. Everybody do their predictions?
Dre, what did you say, Dre?
Nets.
Lakers Nets.
And what?
Lakers are 3. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Man, if LeBron goes back to back,
Hey,
oh my God.
Katie and Kyrie better hope they don't meet Bron in the finals.
Yeah, that'll be a sweep. That'll be pretty bad.
Yeah, LeBron go.
Not with Danny Green playing.
You're right, Zach. If LeBron go back to back, oh my God, yes.
Oh my God.
Katie and Kyrie.
I hope he does.
It won't be a great team, but
Hey, listen,
you'll run
Bron
with
go
it.
back. I'm buying the Bron jersey.
And on that note, this has been the League of NBA Pod. Follow us on Twitter
next year
at the League NBA Pod. Check out the video if you listen on Spotify. The video is at the Rise Network on YouTube. Yeah, that's been a wrap on the NBA season.
Long season.
Still want to talk more in future pods about the future season. I might get into some comparisons, depending on who wants to talk about it. Some Dwayne Wade top shooting guard comparisons, all that. Check us out for more news on the Tory situation. You know, we keep you guys up on that every week. It's facing 11 years. It's not looking good. 22 years.
I'm out.
Yo, shout out our support for Bank though. We'll see you guys next time on the League NBA Pod.